Whoops. Okay. Hello. I am trying to get my slides to share with you guys, but I'll say hi first. Looks like we are live. I'm Ashley. If you're new to the Elevate Academy community, welcome, welcome, welcome. I have not put up a welcome post in like a week or so, but there are some new faces here. So I'm glad you're here. This is a very impromptu live. As you could tell, I'm like getting ready to go to the gym, running out the door after this. But I was sitting there, and based on some conversations that I've been having, based on the timing of the year and things coming up, I'm like, I've got to do this live. I have to share this because it's important. And if I could implant this into every woman in social selling or who wants to sell affiliate products mind, I would. So I'm going to give you this little preview, and I hope it gets you really fired up and excited for possibilities, because it does for me. I spent all day long, literally all day long today. Today is like my major client project work day. And so I was spending a lot of time doing these things on multiple sites. And I was just thinking, I love this so much. And it's like, I want everyone to have this as well. So let me share my screen with you, and let's talk about creating affiliate and or network marketing, social selling product sales funnels. So when I say, hold on, presents. Actually, let me pull up the feed. So if anyone has any questions, please do ask. Again, this is not my most polished presentation. I literally threw this together from the time I posted the event until now. So it was about 40 minutes. So I was taking screenshots just to give references for my examples, because I realized if I were to screen share and walk you through it, it would literally take double the amount of time. But I also understand that I may not have covered every single thing that you may have questions on. And so I want you to be able to ask questions within the video. So I'm going to pull that up. And also, I would love if you would say hi. This is really, really valuable free content. And that's why I'm pulling down the video in 48 hours. But frankly, I have paying clients who I know would love to see this. And so they are going to obviously get to keep this video and ask questions in Voxer or wherever else. But I thought, you know what, let me just create something that I can share with our entire community. So I hope you find this valuable. And if you do, please interact with this video. It makes me want to share more when you engage with me. And that's just like on a real level, like from a marketing standpoint. I don't want to take out time from my day when I could be working on my client sites or my stuff if no one cares or wants to like learn or engage. So please prove me correct that we do, in fact, like to learn in this community. I know you do, because you've been with me for now almost 3 years and learning as we grow. So here we go. Here's our agenda. I want to be really transparent with what we are doing today. I'm going to briefly touch on all of these points. Again, this is not an in-depth masterclass, nor is this a course or a how-to. That would be impossible. I have entire courses with like a bajillion modules to teach all of these things, but I want to give you an overview so you can see what I'm talking about and what can be built out and what is possible. Because a lot of you are stuck in the grind of social media and you're like, how could I ever slow down? How could I ever possibly not show up on freaking social media for one day? You have to have systems running for you in the background. There is no other way to continue making sales if you don't show up. And that's why this is such a gift to be able to give yourself, is to set these things up. Okay, so rationale, why sales funnels? I gave you a little preview there, but why sales funnels? What do you need for a sales funnel? Because we hear the word funnels and think like, oh, it needs to be ClickFunnels with Richard Branson, Russell Brunson, or like this specific software. It can, but that's not necessarily what a sales funnel means, nor does it have to be super complex. You can, and I do have very complex funnels, but not the ones for my social selling products. Those are basic, but you have to have certain components. So what do you need? What is SEO? So SEO, you've heard me say that before. It's the key to passive income without paying for your traffic. And so I'm going to tell you briefly, what is SEO? Why should you care about it? Then how does this sales funnel, when it comes to affiliate products or social selling products, I'm going to say affiliate products because to me, it's the same thing. As long as you have a product, whether it's from a network marketing company or from Amazon or from me, if you're selling my products, if you have a link that ties to you where you receive a commission, it's an affiliate product. So I'm going to say affiliate products if we can agree on that, because if I have to keep saying slash, no, that's not going to happen. So I'm going to show you what my funnels, 2 of them, look like when it's all put together. And I'm also going to show you some client examples because I've worked with a variety of clients in a variety of industries, a variety of different types of sales funnels, but they're all still affiliate products. Okay, whether it's their own products, their own products, affiliate products, or a company's products, same. I would recommend the same strategy if you're wanting to do free, non-paid traffic. Okay. And then lastly, disclaimer, I am going to give you 3 ways that I can help you with this. If you're like, whoa, the fire's under my butt. Like, how can I do this? Like yesterday, I'm going to give you 3 different options in like tiers of how I can personally help with this because it is my job. And I love freaking putting together sales funnels and teaching how to put them together because it's life. It literally changed my life. And I'll try and weave that in. I know some of you know my story, some of you don't. So I will try and like weave in the personal piece of why this is so powerful. Okay. Maybe I'll do it here. All right. So why set up sales funnels? Number 1, the word evergreen. So evergreen, just like a tree or a plant for you that know how to garden and don't have a black thumb like I do. Evergreen just means something is in bloom. It's green all year round, 24/7. It's never in an off or an on season. It's just evergreen. So evergreen when it comes to marketing is marketing you happening 24/7, whether or not you're showing up on social media, which to me is like an essential. If you ever hope to get out of the hustle and grind of social media, there is no other way than having something evergreen that is up and running, whether you combine it with your social media presence, which I recommend, especially if you're still building your authority, if you're building your brand, you cannot just drop off of social media. Absolutely not. But having the 2 work together is the only way where you're going to be able to wean off of that 24/7 being on social media. This is a way, so sales funnels is a way for your ideal clients, customers, your avatar to find your products through search. I was going to say, yeah, we'll say through search for now, because you can combine all of the above with paid traffic. You can throw gas on the fire, but we're just going to talk about starting the fire. Gas and fuel on the fire would be, you can pay for traffic. You can pay for, people to go. Anyway, we won't go into that. That's like next level stuff. But this is how your customers can find you and pay you when you're not on social media, when you're not constantly in Messenger checking things and responding. It's just, that is crazy making, especially for if you're working and hustling that hard for like pennies on the dollar. There's no way to scale that. There's no way to scale your time. And if you're not charging high ticket, you don't have a high ticket affiliate product, then it makes zero sense to me. Okay. This also, having sales funnels, it gives you a place to either repurpose content to, and you'll see why, or to take that content and repurpose it onto your social media. So it just gives you another way to not only create evergreen content that's going to sell for you, but then you can still use that content in your social media and rinse and repeat. So it just is another opportunity for that. Why set up sales funnels now? I know that some of you are very anti-AI in general, and I hear you. I totally feel you on, there are scary things about AI, but it is happening. It's definitely happening. And if you don't utilize it within your business, you're going to get left behind because other people are definitely using it and like 20xing their productivity. Okay. And so now with things like ChatGPT and Jasper, it's such a faster process to set all of this up. Like I've been teaching this now formally teaching this since 2019. Now it's like the game has changed. There's no excuses why someone could not set this up and fast versus taking a few months to set it up, depending on how complex your project is. But what I'm going to show you would be like totally doable, especially with this new AI. A lot of people get stuck on the copy, so the writing part of it. Now that is not an issue. It's just a non-stop. Does that make sense? That is not a barrier anymore. And it's definitely not a time stall. So even if I have a client right now who's working on a very involved project, which normally would take a team, a huge team of people to put together what she's been able to do, utilizing the help of AI. It's phenomenal. So this also, I asked a question, and this was part of my thought process today, like, oh, this is the next step for them. I asked a question in our group, what would you create if you could just snap your fingers and have this other stream of monetization? And the ideas were like fabulous. And I'm sitting there like, do it. Like, you guys can do it. You're all fully capable of doing all of those things that you mentioned and more. But this having sales funnels for your affiliate products or an affiliate product allows you to make income while working on your longer term goals for your business and brand. So it serves you to take a second and put something together that can create passive income. Okay. And this can be, there's so many ways to do this, but I hope that you can take this information and think about how could I apply that? What is an affiliate product that fits with my brand? So whether you have a social selling product or whether you don't have one yet, but you're like, oh, this sounds good. What could you incorporate into your brand that would make sense to your audience, that would make you passive income in this way? All right. So what do you need? Here's what you need for this sales funnel I am going to show you. So I want you to, if you have any of these things and you're watching, tell me what you don't yet have. Wait, what's going to make most sense? Just talk to me. So what do you need that you don't have? Some of you have all of this and just the pieces aren't together. Some of you have none of it and you're like, how do I get off social media? Here's what you need. At minimum, a simple website. I am not talking about anything cuckoo crazy. Very simple website with 5 articles or blog posts to start. And I'm going to tell you more about what we need to do with those. So simple website. And I have a course called Evergreen Your Brand. It is, if you find it in the right place, it's only $27. So I don't know if I want to reveal that secret, but it will show you exactly how to set up an optimized website. So simple website, an email marketing provider, not Gmail, not your Yahoo, not your Gmail, something that has the capacity for automation. Okay, so automated emailing. So I use ActiveCampaign. There's MailChimp I think it might even be free, but it's really cheap. Doesn't have all the capacity that I would recommend, but there's lots of different ones. I obviously recommend the one that I use, which is ActiveCampaign. So those 2 components, a lead magnet. So a lead magnet is probably today or this week, you've opted in and given your name and your email for some freebie. It might be a discount code. It might be a % off if you're on a retail website. It might be some sort of free content or guide that you saw on a website. It's something that magnetized you to give your email address to someone or a brand. Okay, so you being a personal brand want to build your email list and capture those eyeballs that are seeing your content with something that they will give you their info. Now on social media, you can do the same exact thing with a lead magnet. It's converting eyeballs that are on your stuff that aren't necessarily commenting or liking, but if you give them something free that's valuable, they'll give you their information. They'll give you an email address if it's valuable enough. And so you need website, email marketing provider, lead magnet, then, so those 3 things, minimum for this funnel. That's not bad. YouTube, ideally, and I say YouTube, and you'll see how I utilize it, because YouTube, you can also use SEO, search engine optimization, which we're talking about next. You can double dip using search engine optimization and keywords and strategy on YouTube and your website. So if you combine them, it's like you're you're doubling your ability to get seen in search engines faster. So ideally, YouTube, that's not a requirement for this funnel, but it definitely will magnify the results. Same with Pinterest. Pinterest is a visual search engine. It's also a great place for SEO. And you can see this was huge in my first brand that I built, tailormademama.com, which is actually where my social selling product funnels still are, even though you've probably not, most of you in here probably have no idea what this brand is, but I still make passive affiliate sales from those products and all kinds of other products like motherhood lifestyle products every single month. So this is a passive website, passive source of income. I cannot stress to you like how much of a game changer it is, especially over the last, I launched this current business of teaching how to do these things, how to scale your marketing and your capacity through funnels, through systems, through all of these things. The only reason I was able to do that is because I set up passive income sales funnels to bridge the gap to what I'm doing now. And now, am I hitting everything full force and with my affiliate side of things on this site? No, but this still brings in passive income, which who's going to say no to that or think, oh, like it could be better? It could, but I'm putting my efforts towards marketing my own products and running my own affiliate program and all of these things and working on these larger, bigger goals that I've had. I couldn't have done it without sales funnels. No, absolutely no freaking way. Okay. I get so passionate about this. I'm sorry. I get really fired up because this literally gave me freedom in life. Like it quite literally, blessing from God, but this is the blessing, the vehicle that gave me the freedom that I absolutely needed in life. And we'll leave it at that, but I'm so passionate about this. Pinterest, great tool for low-cost ad boosts as well. So that's something that I work with my one-on-one clients when I'm doing like done for you type of stuff. But it's not necessary. If you have it, utilize it. Okay. What's a sales funnel? I'm going to like totally simplify it down. So a sales funnel, it's not a type of technology. It's not ClickFunnels or Kajabi, or all of those things can be used as part of a sales funnel or for the whole sales funnel. But what it is in its essence is the process of bringing someone from being cold. So they don't know you, they don't know your products, they've never encountered anything to do with you. They discover you, and that's the top of the funnel. And then they're going through a process of going from that to closed, cold to closed, or your customer, a paying customer. So no matter what you're selling, that's what a funnel is. It's funneling in a large group of people through some mechanism, which we'll talk about my sales funnels process, to being a customer. If you can automate this, there's your time back. If you can automate this process, a funnel could be your social media. So your everyday 2 to 3 times a day social media posts, people comment, then you get in the DMs and you have these long drawn out fake social touch conversations. And maybe you get them into your ATM group, or you go back and forth, and then eventually they become your customer. That is not scalable. Again, that's not scalable. I understand it works. It worked for me, but I was freaking exhausted. That's exhausting. Okay, which we'll get into. SEO. You need to know what SEO is. I kind of told you, but this is like the technical definition. SEO is search engine optimization. So it's basically getting you and your products and your services, whatever it is, in this case, affiliate products, visible on search engines. So the goal would be for someone, your ideal customer, to go type in what it is that you sell, and they find you on page 1 of Google, right? They're like, oh, great. And your site's optimized. And there's so much that goes into this on the back end, but that's what it is. It's to enhance your website or your YouTube channel or whichever vehicle you're using for SEO. It's to podcasts as well. Podcast is also SEO based. So to enhance your visibility, attract more of your ideal clients to your site, and get you organic traffic 24/7. Okay, so that's search engine optimization. So when the Google bots or Yahoo bots or whoever is searching and whatever, a bot is not a who, on the back end, it's looking for certain things to show that your content should be shown to your ideal customer who's searching for exactly what you're selling. So that's your goal. SEO. So why SEO? So here I'm gonna give you my rationale. So what I personally did, there's a couple ways to go about this. So one, I set up the funnels I'm going to show you for this particular product, assuming that, so based on market trends and what was like a trending product, I assumed in looking at keywords and doing keyword research before I joined the company, that at some point that product might explode and likely would. And guess what? It did. I set up the first funnel, and you'll see this. I set up the first funnel in 2019. It didn't make me money for about a year, maybe not quite a year, probably 8 months, but I wanted it to be in like Google page one, post one position if and when that product exploded. And guess what? It did. And then there was a period of momentum, or whatever you want to call it, in the market and within the company and within that particular product, where I was making bank and doing nothing. So all that time, well, not all that time, this didn't take me very long to set up. I made probably in like a period of a year, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 doing nothing. So if you could make 40K off of something that took you however many hours it did to set up, like what would be that hour amount for you? Like that's invaluable to me. And the timing for me was absolutely perfect and a blessing. And I know that that's why I'm meant to teach this, because for some other people, it's going to be the same thing. You don't wait until there's momentum. You set it up yesterday. Like you set it up starting today. You don't wait until it's like, oh, momentum, too late. You're not in the position you need to be. And that's why, so my one-on-one clients, my hybrid mentorship clients, my done for you clients, my social seller CEO Academy students understand that. And they're like, I need this in place. I need this in place if I am ever going to be able to create passive income. It's not an overnight thing that happens, but you must have this set up so that you can continue to grow and scale over time. It's a long-term play. I personally was super grossed out and burnt out with the sales strategies and tactics that were being taught and that I was being taught to disseminate to market social selling products. And coming from a blogger, online marketer background, I decided I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I feel uncomfortable with this. It's not scalable. I can't do anything else I want to do. I can't do a membership. I can't write my eventual book. I can't do any of this until I free up my time. And so I decided to go the online marketing route. And yes, do I still socially sell products? Absolutely. But it's not the only way that I make income. I don't have to show up to sell affiliate products on my social media. If this is making sense, like give me like a raised hand emoji or something. The combination of social selling and online marketing is very powerful and a must. But if you ever want to develop your brand, if you ever want to have time for anything else aside from like constantly thinking about how to make sales or get people to sign up for your opportunity, because by the way, the same process is what I did to sponsor over, through between 2 companies. By the time I quit sponsoring, which that is a whole nother thing, I have podcast episodes on why I made that decision. I think most people can figure out if I'm working with people in the industry, I don't feel comfortable with also like, I didn't want there to be any gray in that regard. And that was probably the main reason and a decision that I made. But anyway, by the time I stopped that, turned off that funnel, through the funnel alone, and also I could argue that a funnel increases your authority in the space, in the industry, and people want to learn from you. So even people in social media would want to join and sign up because of your brand, right? So that was, I think, 400 plus teammates into my downline from funnels. So there's also that. I learned this technique from someone who was a blogger at the same time I was. She is a top blogger. She's been a blogger. I mean, I started in 2016. I think she started in 2012. So she knows her ish. And I learned from her. And she's also done this with several companies and products and sites. She does not build anywhere outside of SEO and funnels. So this is something that people who are online marketers do. And it allows them to continue building their brand without being a billboard for a company. Okay, so this shouldn't say what's a sales funnel. I told you I was going really fast with this presentation. This is the sales funnel. Okay, so remember, new cold lead to customer. Here's how this goes. for these sales funnels, it's blog post or a YouTube video or a combination to your lead magnet, which gets someone on your email list. And then through your email list, you are getting someone into, your community. So that could just be your email marketing, depending on your strategy. No one strategy is the same or right or a cookie cutter, but you get them into your community. So it could be a community like this, like a brand Facebook group. I obviously recommend brand Facebook groups. I love it being like a niche community where everyone has the same interest, or at least one common interest. So it could be your Instagram, it could be a Facebook group, it could be your email marketing, it could be your YouTube community, it could be your podcast. Whatever works for you and feels aligned, that's the next step. And then customer. Now, some people are like unicorns and they go from cold lead to one blog post or one piece of content to customer. There's so many variables, but this would be your funnel that someone would go through to come out a customer. They might skip a step or two. That does happen. But most people are not those unicorn customers or clients. They're going to go through the process. They need to consume something of yours that's valuable and free that shows them, oh, okay, like I can buy from this person, or I want to buy this product. So here's a visual of how it all works. So this was, if you don't know, now you know, the product that I sell is a liquid collagen. So the product I sell through these sales funnels is a liquid collagen. I only sell one product from the entire line of 300 something products. I sell one. Okay. So I focused before, you can see this is February 21st, 2019. So I did focus on curiosity. I didn't name the brand because at that point there was not brand awareness of the actual brand, but liquid collagen was trending, which I knew that keyword was trending. So I focused my SEO on liquid collagen, best liquid collagen, those types of keywords based on my research. So for this article, the start of it all, 5 little known secrets for anti-aging. Okay. So I created a valuable post with 5 little known secrets for anti-aging. I wrote this all myself. Now ChatGPT could write that for me in like 2 seconds, but I did all of this manually. So now there's like no excuse for anyone to not do this. Okay. So in this post, so you can see number 4, sleep on a silk pillowcase. Guess what? I linked my Amazon affiliate link to the pillowcase that I actually use and recommend, and then drink a liquid collagen supplement. Now, curiosity style for my lead magnet, the thing that I wanted people to give me their name and email address so that they could get on my list, so that they could be in my community, was tell me what are you using? So I was using curiosity marketing and this amazing before and after of my personal results. Could be someone else's, but these are my personal results with the product. So if someone clicks on tell me what you're using, they get this pop-up from my email service provider. Remember, we've got website or blog, we've got email service provider. I created this form. Give me your email, give me your first name, give me your last name, send the info my way. Okay. And I also said there's a promo code for $10 off if you choose to snag some for yourself. But I wanted to give them more information because at this point, there was not brand awareness. Remember, no one strategy fits everyone and no one strategy fits every time period, which is why it's really important to make sure that you ask the questions and apply. You can't just apply one thing to everything. Anyway, I'm going to keep talking because I'm like, oh gosh, I'm running out of time. So once someone opts in and they give me their name and they give me their email, this is what it looks like on the back end and front end. So I have this set up where it sends out an email with BioCell info. Okay. So then they get the goods, then they get the info, and they also get my $10 off referral code and link here. So if they choose to get it, which a lot of people, when they saw that article, that converted very well because they want this thing. They see my personal results, they order it right away. Now, if they don't, they go into a BioCell info leads list. And guess what I do from there if they're not yet customers? I'm sure you could guess what I do is then market to them through my email list. So I have thousands on my trim leads list. Not all of them are customers, but many of them have converted over time to be customers, especially when I was consistently marketing to that list. Okay. So if they become a customer, then they go into a different list. And then I follow up with them, not in Messenger. No. I follow up with them via an automated email. So when you're receiving 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, however many new customers per month, and you're wanting to manage their experience and follow up, automated emailing allows you to do that and other things, and be present for your family and have a life and work out and all of these things. It's impossible to do on your own, especially as a solopreneur, especially if you've got little kids at home. You have to have automation, right? I'm like sweating. I'm getting so pumped up about this. Also, I realized I don't think my AC is on. Yikes. Okay. Then once there was more brand awareness for the product, so you have to think to yourself, like, which strategy would apply to the affiliate product you want to market through your sales funnel. Once there became huge brand awareness of the particular liquid collagen, so BioCell liquid collagen, I changed my strategy. I created, you can see June 4th, 2021, I was like, oh, why am I not just doing a direct click to buy with my affiliate link and getting this searchable? Okay, so what I did was I created a series of YouTube videos, and I'll show you those next. I embedded that YouTube video into the blog post. I linked the blog post to the YouTube video, so it was all interlinked using SEO. It was beautiful. It was like gangbusters for this like 1.5 to 2 years. I still make passive income, let's be clear, but it's not an influx of craziness like it was. Hopefully that will happen again, but I'm very satisfied because it bridged the gap between my transition out of social selling. For me, that was the decision that felt aligned, out of hardcore into that industry only, to really building and expanding my brand and possibilities for that. This is how it happened. So to me, I'm really speaking to someone who wants some passive income, who wants to set themselves up for future success. And if you're someone that's like, I believe in my company, I believe in momentum, and you haven't done this, don't miss out. Don't miss out on that opportunity to be at the top when that happens. And so for this one, I just created a direct link in the post. Now, this is a blog for mothers. Does it matter that this content is kind of off brand? No, because each page and each post on your website, you get an opportunity to rank for different keywords. So as long as you have a set of 5 blog posts that you can interlink that have something to do with each other. Like, for example, I interlinked this post to the original post and vice versa, linking them together. You know, when you see these hyperlinks and you click and you go into different posts, that's what I did. So as long as you have a core little bundle of posts that are interrelated, you can have an entire website on something else and still have this work for you. It doesn't have to be, this is not the collagen made mama website, right? Okay. Here, remember I said YouTube is optional. It's optional, but especially during that period where people were heavily searching, some of this is like curiosity as to my strategy. Once I, obviously launched my coaching business, marketers were curious, but a lot of these were people searching and finding my YouTube videos through searching for the product. And then they would buy from either the video or they would go to my website. And so all of this built authority in the space. All of this made people have that know, like, and trust factor. Video is great for that. And that's why I recommend, if nothing else, that you have some type of video embedded in your website, because it gets you and your personality and all of that out there. And so that's that. All right. Client examples. So I've worked with clients in a variety of different, this is actually one of my beautiful, wonderful, amazing clients. They all are. Her lead magnet right here is a custom color match. Okay. So she has other content that she wants to work on, but we did a bundle of posts that are interlinked as part of, she's doing a hybrid coaching with me, which is where she's got a whole other business. She has a multiple 6-figure business with horses, but she wanted to automate this. So I'm like, you do this, I'll do this, let's combine. So we're doing a hybrid package and it's beautiful. So she's got her lead magnet, and I want you to think about, what would your lead magnet be? In the comments below, what is or what would be your lead magnet if you had something set up like this? So what would be something that you could give someone that would be like this enticing, either a discount code if your company provides it, or something that would be a companion guide to the product that they really want, What would that be? This is another client example. She has her own product. So she does all natural organic products on her own, but she has her own system where we did get 10% off and free shipping on your first order as the lead magnet. Many people go on to buy using that code, but if they don't, or they become a customer, she can then remind them because they're on her email list. She owns that. And so her SEO is set up for her particular product so that they rank when people are searching for organic products, and she's crushing it. She's amazing. Okay, this is another website. This is my client Angelica, who is a Prove It. Prove It is like ketones. And so what we did, we created together, again, like a done with you model here. We did her website's very simple, but she now has both Amazon affiliate products as well as her ketone supplements, all interlinked through all of her articles. And so she has a passive income asset here so that she can then work on what she is doing, which is UGC content, teaching other people how to create UGC stuff. So again, this allows for my clients and myself to do other things, like not be the prove it girl, right? This is one of my favorite people ever. And she also happens to be my client. Christina, she's amazing. She is partnered with a athleisure company. And so she wanted to both have passive income from the sales, but also from sponsoring. And so we did a done for you. So we actually did a combo. We did done for you. So I set up her website and her, like her articles, her funnels, her lead magnet, this beautiful lead magnet. It's so amazing. We got that set up, all the things, but we also combined one-on-one coaching every other week to work on mindset stuff, social media stuff, all the entrepreneurial things that I can't do that for someone. It's like a conversation. So we did a very powerful package of both of those together and we combined them and I bundled them up. So she is already, so this is, I mean, when did that site go live? Probably a couple months ago, maybe 2 months ago. It takes 30 to 90 days for a post to start ranking at all in Google. For Joining Savvy, she's already she's the third post down on page 1, and she's only 2 underneath the actual company, which is bomb. If and when that company goes into momentum, who are people going to be signing up with by default? Her. Pretty powerful. Okay, so I got to get going because I have about 15 minutes before my Orange Theory class, but here is how I can help if you want sales funnels set up or to set up sales funnels for affiliate products or social selling products. 3 options currently of how I can help. So there's Social Seller to CEO Academy. That's my signature course. There is not an enrollment opening for the portion where the self-paced course is in conjunction with 12 weeks of calls with me as a group. It's a group program. Self-paced is always available. So if you are someone, and I'm like this, if you are someone who's very self-motivated, who you've got a lot of things down, but you need to put it all together, but you know you can you pick up on things real quick and you don't need a ton of accountability or anyway, self-paced is always available. It's a lot of information in that course. I don't apologize for that because it is thorough AF and you're welcome, but self-paced is always available. And then August will be the next enrollment for 12 weeks with live calls. However, that's double the cost, obviously, because that's my time and energy and all that. Okay. Hybrid mentorship, that is available. Hybrid Elevate mentorship with me. I have either 2, 4, or 6 month options, depending upon what you want to work on. So that's something that I can show you the options that you have. If you have a project you're wanting to work on, I can tell you what I would recommend, what is realistic to accomplish within, a period of time. And that's where I help you work on assets to keep things going. I'm doing things for you. And well, not for you, with you in hybrid. It's very powerful. Done for you. I have talk to me about any of these options. Like DM me, you can comment below if you'd like me to reach out to you, whatever you want to do. Done for you, that's not something I can obviously scale. So that is the highest level way to work with me. Well, done for you plus one-on-one, but done for you is something where I create it all for you. I do an initial call with you, a 90-minute call. I get all the information that I need from you, and then I create it all for you. So if you're someone who's very busy, you've already got a successful business, you're like, I would never have capacity right now to set it up. I would do it for you. And then you have the option to add on one-on-one calls in a bundle. So if any of that sounds appealing to you, or like something that you would want to do with the next month or 2 months or 3 months, if that sounds good for you and you want to set yourself up for passive income, for more time freedom, those are the ways I can help. So just reach out if any of the above would be helpful. And I hope that this totally got you fired up, got you excited for all the possibilities that are out there with learning like a new way of doing things or a different way of doing things. It's changed my life, and I hope that it does the same for you. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.